Hi guys, we are back again. I'm Jack Sparrow here with Harry Potter and Peter Parker.
Hello.
Okay, we are the FootyTalkers. Today we are going to talk about Arsenal versus Man United, the FA Cup. Okay, let's not waste time. Firstly, we're going to talk about how important is this game for both teams since both of them are not in the title race in the EPL. Harry Potter, start first.
I think this game is very crucial because FA Cup is one of the trophy that everyone wants to win, and especially being out of the EPL and Champions League and Europa League being harder for them. In terms of, we all know their quality, and the teams in the Europa League and Champions League, their quality. FA Cup is a winnable competition, and since one of the big ones, which is Liverpool, is out of it, it makes the odds easier for Manchester United and Arsenal. And if one of them goes through in this game, they have higher chances of winning because another giant is knocked out of FA Cup. So this game is very, very important, especially for two coaches, because like for Emery is under immense pressure, especially after all these wrong team selections, dropping Ozil and all that, and not being able to turn the team up for big games. And for Solskjaer, if he wants this job permanently, winning the FA Cup is a good pedestal for him to put it out to someone, and like Ed Woodward and the board, to say, I'm actually a good coach and I can be the one who runs this Manchester United team. So this game is very crucial for both managers and also both teams.
For me, I don't think it's that important because I think the priority for now is the top four, and Manchester United and Arsenal is like not in the top four place. So I think if the managers have a choice between winning the FA Cup or being in the top four, I think the managers would choose the top four. But by getting in the top four, then if they have the FA Cup as well, then I think it would be like the perfect season. But if they have a choice and based on the limited squad, especially Arsenal do not have the biggest squad, so I think as a whole for both these clubs as of now, it's not really that important. The only big thing is because they are rivals. Other than that, I think it's not that important.
For me, I think this is an important game because this is the time they can prove, because having the games back to back and the pressure is on both teams, truthfully, because that's how the EPL runs, because anybody can win anybody, like you all know. And true, the top four makes a difference, and they have to put their best in this kind of games to prove that they are worth for the race. Okay, next, Arsenal on their previous game they beat Chelsea 2-0. So can they break the Man United's winning streak? I think Ole is doing a good job. They win 7 out of 7. So this is their 8th game as his manager. So what can they do? I think for me, Ole is going to really is going to be under pressure, but he can take the pressure, and I think he's going to hold up Arsenal. Peter?
For me, I think Arsenal have what it takes to end this streak because they have quality attacking players like Aubameyang and Lacazette. So I think for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's perfect winning streak, I think it would be of very high risk versus Arsenal. And I think Arsenal has more of a chance to end this streak compared to some other team he has faced along in this 7-game winning streak.
For me, I personally think this game is not about Solskjaer's 8th game or anything like that. It is about progression to the next round and showing that they are serious about these cup competitions. And as a Manchester United fan, FA Cup is a very big thing for us because we haven't won it under Ferguson. We didn't win it as much as we would have liked to, and also under Moyes or Mourinho, we didn't have a good FA Cup run up. We won it under Louis van Gaal, but the thing is, it wasn't so exciting compared to the times like as of now. So what is going to happen is Solskjaer's going to win this. Will try to win this game. So and Emery is also going to try to win this game. And this game, like what Peter Parker said, they have a lot of potential to break Manchester United because of these attacking players they have, like Aubameyang, Lacazette, Ozil, Ramsey, Xhaka. All these players, they are more than capable on their best day. They can destroy any teams. But the thing is, will they turn up against Manchester United? That's the biggest question, because we have seen them play well in one game and then the following game it's a totally different atmosphere, playing style. Especially we saw them playing against Spurs. They win Spurs. And what happened in the next few games? They were completely utter rubbish. So as much as they can do it, but I don't think they will do it this time round.
Okay, talking about players like Sanchez, Ozil, Lukaku, they have been sometimes and not even in the bench. So should they start in this kind of game to make the difference? For me, I think this is the game that both managers should try out the players. Giving them the chance will give a great positiveness in them and will be helpful in the EPL games and other cup games. Harry?
For me, I personally think for Sanchez and Lukaku wise, it's not much of a big deal because they have been out with an injury and all that. The player who deserves to start this game is Mesut Ozil because he hasn't been injured, especially like what people are saying. He's a lazy player, he's all this and all that, but he's your team's best creative midfielder. You have 10 other players who will run their ass off, but you don't have a player who can create a ball for you, create a chance for you. Then what's the point? I don't know why Emery is so stubborn, and maybe this is the game where he can play Ozil without any pressure on him and see what Ozil can do. And especially with Ozil operating behind Aubameyang and Lacazette, this is going to be a deadly trio. They can beat any teams in the world right as of now.
For me, I think all these players who have not been in the first team should start, and I think also certain youngsters, also 1 or 2 youngsters from each team, because I think this type of competition is where the youth players has the perfect place to shine. So I wish both these managers would use 1 or 2 youngsters and put them in the bench or even in the first 11 just to give the fans more hope and just give the fans more identity to see that a person from Manchester or a person from Arsenal Academy came up and they are performing well. So I wish some players from the academy comes up and play in this match as well.
Alright, next, what is the answer of this battle going to be? Is it the pace of Aubameyang, Rashford and these kind of players, or is it going to be a tactical play between Pogba, or is it if Ozil starts with Ozil, or what is it going to be? Is it pace or tactics? Peter, start first.
I think it's a mixture of both because obviously pace helps and both team has a lot of pace, Aubameyang, Lacazette, Sanchez, even Lukaku. So there's a lot of pace in the team, but I think having pace without any form of tactical awareness on knowing when to run and when not to run is of no use. Like for example, Iwobi, he has a lot of pace, but he chooses to run every time and he doesn't choose the right moments to run. So I think having pace and using the right moment to use his pace, like how Manchester United did against Tottenham, like using the pace at the right moment to score the goal. So a mixture of pace and tactics is what is needed to win in this match for both teams.
Okay.
I think the game is going to come down to a pace finish, but in the overall context, if you see, this game is more of a midfield battle compared to what other games are going to be like, because the Manchester United, where they have improved very well is in the middle of the park, especially Matic, Henderson and Pogba. They have been excellent in terms of passing forward and playing the 1-2 touches and all that. And we all know Arsenal's strength is also their midfield, Xhaka, Torreira and whoever plays like a Ramsey or someone. These 3 players are also good in terms of playing quick passes and breaking up play. So as much as this game is going to be down to Rashford's pace or Lukaku's pace or Aubameyang, Lacazette's pace or Sanchez's pace even, what is going to really happen is a through ball from Pogba or a through ball from Xhaka is going to change the game. So it's more of both, like you need both to win this game.
Actually, okay, for me, I think what you both said is true. For me, I think tactics is going to play a bigger part in this game. I think like what Solskjaer did on the previous game against Spurs, like the idea was to play Rashford right wing and all. I think in this game he's going to come out with something new to surprise the Arsenal team. So this is my view and hopefully it works. Okay, next we're going to talk about the predictions. My prediction for this game is going to be 2-1 for Manchester United. Peter?
For me, I think it will be a 3-1 win for Manchester United.
I think it's going to be a 2-0 win for Manchester United.
Alright, that's our predictions. So hopefully all goes well. We've come to the end of the video. Please like, share and subscribe. Okay, we're coming up with more videos. I'm Jack Sparrow here with Harry Potter and Peter Parker. Together we are FootyTalkers. Bye.
Bye.